No,
Better
no,
put
no,
that
no,
shirt
no,
on
no, no,
fast.
no, no.
You better put it on real fast.
No, not yet. We're good.
Hello. Welcome to Shrimp Hours number 85.
It's
85?
I think so.
I'm gonna have to fact check this. I'm pretty sure it's 85, but I'm like concerned that it might be 84. It's 85. Hello. I'm here. I'm drive through. Caleb's here.
I'm Caleb.
That's it. That's it.
It's
Everyone
dead.
else is
It's
fucking
really
dead.
It is really dead.
It's more dead than it's ever been before. Slap worked until like 9. UPS killed his ass. He's deceased. Rusty, who the fuck knows, just has not said anything
He
all
was
day.
texting me during the Coke race and just has gone MIA and is dead. Probably
He's on a
pretending to be
darkness retreat. Cody's definitely on a darkness retreat, and Ben is on the ball and chain doing Mooncar for Travis. So you're stuck with us fucking assholes. And firstly, I just want to say, even though this podcast is more dead than it's ever been, NASCAR is more back than it's ever fucking been. Are you kidding me? That was like an all-time, like, generational classic at Atlanta. And if you're listening to this podcast, I'm sure you saw what the fuck happened, but holy shit. It was... Okay, let me just say, truck race, Xfinity race, some of the worst automobile racing events of all time. Absolute snoozers. Like, just not worth the time to even watch a social clip on Twitter. But it doesn't fucking matter because the Cup Series delivered. New Atlanta, goofy package, delivered. The racing was great. They wrecked a lot, but they kind of survived because they're next gens. There were 3 wide, moves were being made constantly. They were never not racing hard. And then we just got a classic finish.
Yeah. I mean, I can weigh in real fast on the truck and Xfinity races. I mean,
Were you
I
at
think
those?
I wasn't there, but I was. I mean, I
Okay.
was watching them on TV. I think honestly, because they don't run the super speedway aero package in Xfinity cars for that race. It's still the intermediate, but they run the restricted horsepower for that racetrack. So I think what the problem is there's not enough horsepower in the Xfinity cars for them to actually like drive them, and there's not enough drag on the back of the car because it's still like the tiny baby spoiler to actually punch a hole in the air to get draft. So I think it's kind of like the worst of both worlds is fucking Xfinity. Plus, Austin Hill is Austin Hill. I know Jesse Love like dominated the race, but I mean, they're just fucking
Can't
letting
believe
him
they let Austin Hill do it
big
again.
dick this series.
I actually watched that race, and I got about halfway through the final stage and fell asleep on the couch, and I only woke up when they started yelling at the end when dudes were running out of fuel. And then that was kind of it. The truck race was... I didn't even wake up for it. But it doesn't matter, because the Cup Series is fucking cool. That's it. There's like not much more to say about it. I can complain about Twitter real quick, and I will, because the fucking... I put up a really angry tweet that I deleted like after 2 minutes because it was just not good energy in the universe. But people can't fucking enjoy things because NASCAR has like an all-time banger finish. They're 3 wide. It's a photo finish. Everything's great. And all I see on my Twitter For You page is people being like, F1 could never. It's like, shut the fuck up. Enjoy the NASCAR race. Yeah. And then F1 people were like, oh, NASCAR is stupid. And then it's like, why? Why did we start this? Why was this a thing? It was driving me up the wall. Landon Huffman specifically, because he's always been a bitch about this. But he was like, oh, you're just talking a bunch of shit about F1. It's like, just enjoy it. It's a cool thing happened. Enjoy it. Don't be like so insecure about F1 fans like that. It's and then it becomes like a 5-way street where F1 fans are like, look at NASCAR fans are being stupid, and the NASCAR fans that didn't see the NASCAR fans being stupid are like, look at F1 fans being stupid. It's like, shut the fuck up. And I put up a really angry tweet, and ugh.
I don't know. It is like this weird inferiority complex that I feel like NASCAR fans have, where like they're just like,
yeah. They're always trying to be like, they can't do this. We did this and they can't do this. And it just screams of insecurity.
Yeah.
And they're always like, oh, F1 always has superiority complex. They think they're so much better. And that's why I talk about them whenever we do something cool. Stupid. Alright. That's my fucking piece on NASCAR. I do have some drip or drown for us to go through. Which I guess is on the medium heavy side. Which is great, because all the fucking old men are here and they'd get pissed, but... This is
Slap would be telling you to die.
I'm kind of glad Slap didn't show up, because when he has a long day at work and shows up to the podcast, we get like 20 minutes in, he starts getting antsy. All right.
Yeah, he wants to go to bed.
First car I want to pull up, Justin Allgaier, Jarrett, 25th anniversary something or other. I think it's like the second or third time they've put chrome numbers on a Junior Motorsports car, and it's a fucking banger. God, it's good. I mean, it's a really good photo, which helps a lot. But I mean, the red is like kind of metallic-y. The number is gorgeous. This is the best kind of chrome number. Is just a shiny number with a thick white outline. Great. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. No notes. Another great Xfinity car that I just wanted to show off. I think he ran this last season, but Ryan Ellis Classic Collision. It's just like a really dark base where they've got the dark blue and black going with just pop and neon numbers and a neon splitter line. I'm sure you love this because this is your shit.
Love a good fucking high vis.
Yeah.
Yellow.
10 out of 10. This photo could use a little bit better tracking, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Car looks sick. A little bit reminiscent of the old like the Tony Stewart HendrickCars.com 80 car from forever ago, but neonified. That's even better. Another good blue and black base with some bright numbers. Carson House of RN Premier Security for the first time in the Cup Series. Jumped it on the backstretch, which was kind of sick. But he ran this in Xfinity last year, and I thought it looked really good. And I think it looks almost as good on the Cup car. Okay, new paint schemes coming out this week. Bill Byron has a new ZHP thing. It looks like a Williams esports car. It's better than the shit they ran last year when they ran that like gray and white thing. But
it's still not good.
It's not. It like manages to not even be modern in the way that it's designed with the big gradients and the thin little lines. Like it already feels like 2010 in terms of its design, which, you know, when you're trying to sell new computers or whatever the fuck these are, I don't know. Weird branding.
A neon yellow number with the drop shot on that car, I feel like would have made it 10 times better on the the new one.
It's true, they did it last year. And the black number, white outline,
outlines, dude.
And then a blue other outline is not. That's not good. Oh yeah, Spencer Boyd is running a Dale truck next week.
At Las Vegas?
Yeah, I guess. I don't really know what the meta is. He's ran with this NorCal equipment company with you know, whatever teams he was on in the past, but they never just ran a Dale truck. So I don't really know the meta, but I also kind of don't hate it. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Okay, double banger alert, because Tricon is bringing two Mobil 1 trucks to Las Vegas, and they're fucking gorgeous because they're Tricon trucks, and the graphic is sick too.
The double Pegasus, it looks awesome.
C. Bell in a Mobil 1 truck again. It's kind of based. He'll be in the 1, and then one of the Gray brothers, whichever one's in the 17, will be running Mobil 1. But I think, like, I think I like the blue, red, and white one more than I like the black one. I thought I liked the black one the most. Like, the black one is sick, but I feel like the Pegasus on white kind of pops. And the Mobil 1, like Mobil being blue and red on the hood, I think also kind of pops. But they're like genuinely both sick in their own right. And it's a gorgeous,
there's a picture of those things next to each other. Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah, all time. That design's so fucking sick. And then Ryan Ellis is running some like Vegas thing, which they did a Q render for, which I kind of enjoyed. That's all I've got for Drip or Drown. Woo.
That was not fat at all. That was a good and sizable dripper drown
Ru-
portion.
Rusty and Slap still would have complained about it.
Well, they complain about everything.
It's true. Well, yeah, this is the non-boomer Shrimp Hours podcast. I hope you enjoy.
The Zoomer hours.
I don't know. I'm borderline, not a Zoomer. All right, let's go to fucking Animal Planet because Caleb was in Atlanta for the most based NASCAR race in history.
Animal Planet.
Do you think Ben just Googled like giraffe sound and then put it in the fucking thing?
Giraffe.
I wonder if some. Well, I guess it's not a giraffe sound. I don't know what a giraffe actually sounds like.
Isn't that a cow?
Okay, there's a bunch of animals in it. I wonder if someone can like find the exact animal.
Well, here. We can try this. I've looked up cow noises on Google. You can see if this
does it sound the same?
One. I don't know. Or click on my stream and find out.
Oh shit! Hold on, you're making me work.
I know you're not used to that on this podcast.
It's true.
All right, let's go. Oh my god, what is that?
That was definitely not loud. Is
Sorry.
this a little interactive Google Animals? What the fuck is this?
What the fuck?
I guess
here's a giraffe noise.
Kids.
You want to hear what a giraffe sounds
like? Oh yeah.
What?
That's just someone walking through the woods.
That's literally just walking.
Not a giraffe.
Hold on, giraffe sound. Yeah, I don't believe that.
Apparently, they're pretty quiet.
What is Dave?
That's a
that's
dove.
I was like, what the fuck is Dave?
What is Dave? What is Dave? Jesus Christ.
Panda
all right.
Sounds weird.
Let's go to the real animals.
I think those were the real animals.
No, I'd like to hear about the animals in the greater Atlanta region.
There were animals, but first of all, driving down to Atlanta Motor Speedway, you have to drive through Atlanta, obviously, from where I'm coming from.
Okay.
The drivers there, like, I don't know, they find new lows every time I go. Like, it is genuinely unbelievable how in a rush, like in a hurry, like it's Atlanta. You know there's gonna be traffic, and you like speed past me, cut through 10 lines of traffic to hit the brakes sooner, to get stuck in the same traffic that we're gonna get stuck in. Like, what is the point? And
those
you just,
are the
like,
worst. People that just send it and do weird ass maneuvers to get 2 seconds in advance to just stop, and then you're just together anyway.
Yep,
it's insane.
And it doubly increases our like chances for a car accident, because now, like, not only do I have to avoid you, but I have to stop further in advance than I was planning on stopping because your dumbass had to get in front of me. It's terrible. But that's not even the main point. Like, I was expecting bad drivers in Atlanta.
Of course.
We get down there on Sunday morning. I made sure, like, me and my group, I was like, we got to be at that track fucking like 10 a.m. like at the latest, because like I'm not sitting in fucking traffic getting in here. Like, we want to go around, like, check out the hollers, do all the cool shit, whatever. So we got to the track. Getting to the track was fine. We were a bit later than I wanted to be, but there was still like no traffic. I got to keep in mind it's not 2005 anymore, and there's like 40,000 people coming to Atlanta max.
Damn.
It was a really good crowd, I will say. Like, I think we beat the rush a little bit. Like, it was a very good crowd at that race.
Nice.
But no, we did like our little shit. We got up to the stands. The race started at 3, and I think we were in our seats at like 1:30, just sitting, chilling. So we were like by ourselves because we're like far enough in the race or whatever. So there's 2 animals in particular I wanted to get to here. So the dude in front of me, he had like his whole family was here at this race. He had like him, his wife, fucking like kid's girlfriend, like entire fucking clan was here. And they set the row in front of us. This dude's wife would not stop fucking just getting up and going places. Like I get it, like you want to get like
She's just
concessions, fucking like,
antsy.
dude, yeah, literally like every it had to be like every like 10 minutes, like max, that she would just like get up. And this dude had the worst fucking plumber's crack I think I've ever seen, where just his entire fucking
Trouble.
ass was out every time he stood up. Like my friend pointed out to me, and we just like every time he got up from the race after that, I just peeked over it. It was just ass. I was like, Jesus Christ. It was so bad.
Fucking animals. God damn.
Yeah, I was like, dude, like it was so bad. It was like, how do you not feel the fucking like breeze? Like
Yeah, it's
you
gonna
know
get
what you're
cold
doing.
back there.
Dude, like, yeah, he knew what he was doing. It was fucking, it's terrible scenes. So yeah, but yeah, wife just would not stop getting up and getting down. Even like once the race started, like it was
Maybe
like
she
every
has
like
maybe she has IBS and she's got to use the toilet often.
maybe
You have to be considerate.
we were sitting really fucking high up. We were really far away from that bathroom for us to be in fucking IBS territory. But I don't know. Who knows? You know, that one is the lesser egregious one. So there could be some excuses. There might be something that's like, okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Um, the couple that sat next to us were diehard Alex Bowman fans, so I was internally I was laughing very hard when Alex Bowman crashed out
Like
right in front of
immediately?
us, like lap 2. The best thing was like she, like I could tell she was like pissed, like she was like upset, and like he was limping the car around the track, and then right on, like, because we were sitting right at the entry to pit road. Actually, I put some pictures up in general of where we sat, so you can pop those up if you want to.
Really cute little sunset
Yes.
action.
Oh yeah, no, I was getting all the pictures of the sunset.
Oh, there's your boy.
Yeah, there he is. But like right in the entry to pit road, like literally right in front of, he just got stuck. Like I think the toe was broken or something on the car, and he got stuck and had to get like towed right in front of us. So it was really funny because she was just like internally like dead inside, and I was like, yeah, that's what you get for being an Alex Bowman fan.
Yeah, you should be. I mean, you should be used to it. You're a fucking Alex Bowman fan.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, look at this cute ass sunset.
That's my new Twitter banner, because I was like, someone with a DSLR, please like capture this, because like this is like scenes. Like it was,
they showed it a lot on the broadcast actually, but yeah, as the cars are just ripping by, little Blaney baby P1.
look at the Penske haulers in the infield, like the chrome. You'll see them right there, like just like,
yeah.
It was just.
I do
like,
love that they've stuck to that bit across all their series. It's just the chrome haulers sponsor logo, the stripes, and that's it.
Yeah, shout out. You can see exactly what lap it was when I took that. But
25 to go.
The real Animal Planet warning goes out to everybody in my section who just refused to sit down. Like, I get it. Like, a restart is really exciting. I stand up too. I get hyped. Blaney was at the front. I was like, all right. Every time Blaney went up to make a move for the lead, I stood up and was like, fuck yeah, Blaney. Like, come on, baby, come on. But when it is 25 fucking laps into the run and you have just refused to sit down,
you gotta sit down at some point.
What is there to stand up for? Like, there's no reason for you to be standing up. None. Zero. Zilch. And these, like, it was not just one or two people. It was like the section as a whole. Everybody collectively was just standing up. I was like, okay. Every time I sat down, couldn't see shit.
On one hand, that's kind of sick, because it's like they're fucking sending it. There's always moves being made. They were like almost always 3 wide. Kind of sick that they're on their feet the whole time. But I can tell that, like, as a fan, that would just be annoying as shit, because you're like, dude, I want to sit down, and you can't see anything because everyone's just standing the whole time.
Yep. It was, yeah, I mean, it was cool from, like, a race perspective. And I mean, honestly, like, I was saying, like, that's probably, like, in all the races I've ever been to, I would solidly rank that as the second best race I've ever been to. And, like, the only one that would, yeah, I would put in terms of my enjoyment, I would put the Bristol night race in 2018 over it, where Kurt Busch won, just because I was big hype for a Kurt Busch win, and the racing was just sick all night long. I I have a message exchange with Rusty that I thought was really funny from that race, but hold on. There was a point it was when Chase Elliott had his little spin off turn 2 during that caution.
I remember that.
He was DMing me and I responded back like 10 minutes later and was like, I don't know. I said IDK saw what happened. I snuck in a 10-minute nap. I was like half asleep. And Rusty said the fact that you're sleeping through what will be the race of the year is great. And I was like, yeah.
He was right.
I still snuck in my little nap, but other than the animals in my section, it was relatively animal free.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. How many people did you have in your squad down
4.
there?
So it was me, my girlfriend, my best friend, and then her boyfriend. And they have really adopted the fucking NASCAR meta. Like they are
Hell yeah.
they are big into it. Yeah.
Who are they drivers?
So
I know your girlfriend likes Chase Elliott.
Yeah, girlfriend is a Chase Elliott fan, which she's thinking about jumping ship because it's been a real tough.
Now's the best time to do it.
Yeah, it's been a real tough year and a half. My best friend, she is a Bubba and Reddick fan, but leans
Good
Reddick.
combo.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right. And then the real unfortunate one out of all of them is her boyfriend is a William Byron fan, and I had,
Ooh.
Yeah, I
Lego
have to deal
boy.
with that. Yeah, he was all like hot and cocky after the Daytona 500 win, and I was like all week, and I was like, that shit was Mickey Mouse as fuck. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, cup champion. Like, literally, my wallpaper on my phone is Blaney hoisting the cup. So every time he got too cocky, I would literally just
look at the cup, nerd.
Yeah, but yeah, no, they've really adopted it and got into it. We're going to Talladega here in a few weeks, whenever that is, like 2 months. So they're really hyped for that. And then I think we're gonna try out Bristol this year. So see how that goes.
I hope and I pray. With that fucking race car at Bristol. All right.
Oh boy, don't remind me.
Ben still hasn't made us music for it, but I guess we'll roll into the media check-in since we're definitely not getting a slap moment this week.
We can do our own slap moment.
Like what?
I don't know. Pick a crazy ass moment in history.
I don't know anything.
You can do crazy ass moment in NASCAR history. Dale Earnhardt.
That's it. That's the bit. All right. Media to check in on this week. Netflix Avatar Last Airbender series came out. I think it's 8 episodes that are an hour long. And let me just preface this by saying, if you have not watched the Nickelodeon Avatar The Last Airbender show, you need to fucking watch it. If you are under the age of 30, it will be your favorite animated show ever. It's so good. It's genuinely so good. And I think the only adaptation we've ever had was the shitty M. Night Shyamalan movie that I didn't watch because I heard it was like the worst thing ever. And then Netflix had been working on this show for a few years, and it finally came out. And I've watched 2 episodes. And I came out of the first episode kind of like middle of the road, and I came out of the second episode like a little bit more on the positive side. I'm not going to spoil anything, obviously, but it's like, it's very much a retelling of what I was about to ask. It's no Scott Pilgrim, which we can talk about afterwards. And it's
oh shit.
It's all live action, and it's meant to be like a little bit grittier, a little bit more like real. Okay, let me just say, the fucking costumes and the locations and the environments and the CGI, fucking incredible. So good. The visuals, like every single scene, gorgeous. Especially when it's like a place that you know from the animated show, and they do it and it looks fucking real. Oh, it's good. Like unreasonably good. The the bending effects are phenomenal. It makes me almost like kind of glad that they waited this long, because if they had done something like 10 years ago, it would not have looked this fucking good. Which is great. I love that. And the actual like, animation and shit is really good, like all the character movement and the like, you know, animal type things. The fight choreography, good. Enjoyed it. And it like hurts me more because I think the one thing that just kind of fell off is the directing. And it makes the actors look kind of bad sometimes, because it's just like there's some lines in the final cut of the show where the actor like mumbled a little bit and like said something like a little bit too fast, and it's like kind of awkward. And it's like, that's not the actor's fault, because that happens. But why did that make the final cut? Why wouldn't the director be like, all right, let's get that one again? There's at least 2 just awkward monologues in the first episode where I'm just like what are they waffling on about, for what reason? And I don't know. My one other note is that like it's this beloved show that so many people love, and I really wish they would just open up the first episode and just throw you into it and have you kind of figure out the world as you go. Because especially if you don't know everything about the world, I think it'd be really cool to like slowly take it all in. And if you know everything about the world and you've watched the animated show, which you should have, then it'd be cool to like see things as they come. But they just spend a bunch of time explaining everything, and I was like, okay, this is kind of a waste. Yeah, a lot of people complain about the acting, but I'm gonna blame it all on the director. But still a good show. I still got a bit teary watching the second episode, and I'm excited to follow through the rest of it. But I wish it was a little bit better. The original dudes were like originally on the show, and they left at some point, and I've seen a lot of people on Twitter like pointing fingers and stuff, but whatever. I enjoyed it.
Like, the only question I had about it, so are they cramming the entire show into 8 episodes, or is this just season 1?
I'm pretty sure it's just season 1.
Okay.
Because I mean, there's so much show to have. I think they talked about working on like future seasons, so I don't actually know, which is probably good if I'm telling you this. But I'm pretty sure like season 1 is season 1 of the show, just in 8 1-hour episodes. And I don't think they do like every single thing that they do in the show. And maybe just hit kind of like the main.
That's my big thing.
Story
that
bits.
I'll say I haven't watched any of it, so I can't speak for sure. But like, that was one thing I loved about the animated show so much, is like it was so well paced in that like you got like all like the action choreography shit, but you also got time to like sit with the characters and like learn about
Tales from
Ba
Sing Se, the greatest episode.
I love. But yeah, like you get like those little like quiet, intimate moments where it's like they're on fucking Appa's back with like a campfire going, just like sailing through the night. Like I hope the show, like, they give time for the characters to just like chill.
Yeah, it almost like makes the action things more intense when you have time to like chill. Yeah. It's like the pacing of the Life is Strange games, when it's like everything sucks and then you have like the cutest moment in history and you get to like relax, and then everything sucks again.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like with NASCAR finishes, where it's like if they're 3 wide every week, then it's just gonna wear off, and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?" But like you get like a sucky finish, then it makes like the banger finishes like, "Holy fuck!"
That's true. We'll forget about Daytona because Atlanta was so good.
Yep.
The one biggest thing with directing that I thought was interesting was how like gritty they want to make the show, where like they're not like funny. Like they try to have like little joke moments, and it's weird because I kind of remember it differently. I watched the show and I was like, I got through the first episode and I was like, damn, that was like almost like shot for shot almost how it went in the first episode, at least in my mind, when they, this thing happened and that thing happened and they talk about this and they talk about that. And then I went and watched the show and I was like, wait, they just like throw jokes out like every 2 seconds in the animated show. Like,
yeah.
I literally forgot that in the animated show, Aang pops out of the iceberg and says like, do you want to go penguin sledding with me? Like that's the first thing that comes out. And it almost I almost went back and watched the like bits and pieces of the first episode of the animated show, and I was like, damn, this was actually really fucking good. So I I don't know, maybe watch the Netflix show first and then the animated one, and then you'll enjoy it more. I don't know. Watch the animated one either way. That's all I've got on the Avatar front. My bad for talking about that for 20 minutes. I'm just excited.
That's
I also finished Shameless this week, which I haven't talked about, I don't think, in like a month. It gets I know I said this before. It's such a funny show when it starts off in literally 2011, and half of the actors are like literal children, like they're like 13 to 18 years old, and the show finished in 2021, and everyone is like an adult, and you literally see these people just progress over 10 years in the span of like 3 months or however long it took me to watch the show, and they start, you know, in 2011 humor with 2011 issues, and they end up like in like canonical COVID, like in the last season.
Damn.
It genuinely like shuts down and they're wearing masks and making COVID jokes and stuff, and I was like, whoa. That's kind of crazy. I mean, I guess I don't watch a lot of modern shows, but I imagine most just would kind of pretend that COVID didn't happen, but it was interesting that they just went straight at it in Shameless. But I don't know. Good show. A lot of the actors left after season 9. A lot of the writing sucked after season 7, but I still enjoyed watching all the way through to the end. Okay. I do want to touch on Scott Pilgrim because we said we were going to talk about it like 2 months ago, but then you haven't been on the podcast enough. Because they made that Netflix anime thing. And it was interesting.
Netflix anime thing.
And we watched it together. And I wanted to make a point of like watching an episode per week and not just binging it like Netflix wants you to do, where they just drop the whole show at once and you forget about it 3 days later. And it was good. And I hope they make more. I don't know. What do you think about it like a month afterwards?
Yeah, the reactions definitely aren't as fresh as they were. I got to think back. I remember when we watched it, like it's definitely built for like that binge like thing in your brain where like I just wanted more like as soon as we were done.
They end each episode. I mean, I guess it's an anime, but they end each episode with like a little teaser of what's coming up next.
Yeah.
And they kind of like drag you around a lot with the story, which I really kind of enjoyed. Not a lot of hand holding.
I can quickly like read through it. I do love that it was just a complete like it left everything that the like source material, like at least the movie source material was, but it's still like it feels like they stayed true to like most of the characters, where it wasn't like,
and
wow,
they like
this character's like
acknowledged
weird.
it a lot.
But you still meta.
But we still like at every moment had no idea what the fuck they were gonna do next, which I enjoyed.
Yeah, like there's this whole subplot with like this little character, and it's like if you've picked up on it throughout the show, like you realize, but then you're like you start building this one theory, and then like they like totally like on the nose acknowledge it, and you're like, you're fucking stupid, like that's not it at all. Like it's really meta stuff like that.
Yeah. It's goofy, it's funny. I wanted more of certain things or certain people at certain times, but overall I can't be mad. I think they very much set the basis for something that they can go back to every year.
My only thing is like
if they don't Netflix it and just forget about it.
Yeah, like they got the entire cast to return. Like I feel like the longer they go with it, there's gonna be like just more and more people that are like, I'm not like doing that. So I wonder how they're gonna attack it to like keep everybody like, around.
A lot of those like big names that they threw out there was probably like a 1-day session.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to spoil too much, but like Brie Larson, that was a 1-day audio session, maybe 2. I feel like it's not a huge commitment like being on a TV show like Shameless would be, because the main character leaves after the 9th season because it was just too much fucking work. But anyway, that's my piece on that. Any other media to report on this week?
Not really. My life has been consumed by NASCAR for the past 5 days, so I haven't really been up to anything else, as you can tell by the redecorating.
I can report in the Fall Guys department.
Oh yeah.
We're trying to beat our season pass because it ends in like 5 days. So Ed and
How
I have
close are you
been.
to the lion?
I'm getting there. Ed really wants the golden lion, obviously for the lions. Which you have to get to like battle pass level 160 to get the golden lion. Like you literally have to complete the Fall Guys battle pass, which is easier said than done, mainly for the amount of time you just have to dump into it. But we realized that the best way to do it is to just get your like daily challenges done, because of course it's a modern video game and you have to do your daily challenges where they love it when you just log into the game for 45 minutes a day. So that's what we've been doing. At 2 a.m. every night, Ed and I jump on for 45 minutes, do our like required little bits, get our levels, and then fuck off and come back the next day at 2 a.m. And I think we're gonna make it. Ed's been playing a lot more than me because he's actually gotten hooked on some of those occasions and gone like really late. Him and Slap went on.
I was about to say the fucking 7 a.m. Fall Guys is real tough.
There was one night Ed wanted to stay up and watch like WWE Australia, which was on at like 7 a.m. So he just played Fall Guys all night until then and just watched through the whole thing. So yeah, shout out to Eddie. All right. What the fuck do we do next? Oh,
actually,
fan mail.
I do have a media check-in I forgot about.
Okay.
You and Eddie have been on the Fall Guys meta, and me and Cody have tapped into the Madden meta, where we have been cracked for like the past. It's starting to become an addiction, and he's not around as much as like you and Eddie are, obviously.
Well, Cody's he's in like peak snowmobile racing season, which is why you haven't seen him on this podcast as much. So he's actually like working quite a bit.
Yeah. So yesterday, Monday, 8:56. Keep in mind, I had just driven back from Atlanta. Like I like the cup race ended. I drove back. Got home at like 1 a.m. He texted me at 7:56 a.m. and said, "Down for some early morning Madden." And I woke up. Yeah, I woke up at like 8:50 and was like, "Will you be around in 1 hour?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then we got on at like 10 a.m. and just ripped Madden until I had to go to work at like 2. Like we were just all fucking doing head to head online because they
mid-morning Madden.
Yeah, the thing that sparked this is they just started crossplay. So I have it on my Xbox and he has it on his PC. So we've just been ripping Madden. So we had game of the year yesterday. It was our like final game before work. We just like randomly generated teams. He got the Eagles and I got the Jaguars. And it was an all-time classic. I think so. After the first half, it was 13-6. I had the lead going into half. And then I want to say in the third quarter, like we just forgot how to play defense. I scored 22 points in the third quarter alone. And then Cody scored, I think 17.
Oh my God.
I went on a run at the end of the third quarter and I had a 3-score lead. It was like 48-28, 21, something like that. And then I threw like a dumb interception. He went down the field on offense, scored, then scored again. He had 21 unanswered points to tie the ball game. And then so going into the fourth quarter, going into the fourth quarter, I was like, shit, like we got to like reel in here. So I got back on the run game. Like we were driving good. I took the lead. He came back, tied it back. And then I threw an interception and was like, fuck, like it's over. He marches down the field on his like in his own red zone, throws an interception to me. I return it to like the 5-yard line. And like there was like, I think there was like a minute 7 seconds left, and we were like, it's fucking over. Like finally, like I won the game. He lets me score a touchdown, so I literally like just gave it to my running back, and he just like straight in, like his entire defense just lets me score, just so they can have as much time on the clock as possible. So I stopped him on first down, second down, and third down. I actually got a sack on third down. It was 4th and 18. Okay, like it was not looking good. I call like so I in hindsight should have called a more aggressive play here, but I called it was like a cover. It was like a cover 4. So like all my I'm about to explain it. So my corners and my safeties just go deep zone.
Okay.
and like they're covering, they're just making sure nobody gets past them. He throws like a streak down the field, so it's just like a vertical route where it's just like get down the field like as many yards as
Just
you
like a
can.
Packers Hail Mary.
Basically, we'll call it that. My safety just absolutely fucks it, is in position for an interception and just stops running. Lets the dude run past him. He catches the ball, runs it into the end zone for a touchdown. To it would have been tied it up, but I tried going for 2 to be cocky on my last touchdown. So I only had a 6-point lead. So all he has to do is kick this extra point to take the lead. So he kicks the extra point. I get the ball back with like 10 seconds left. It's fucked, and he wins the game. And I go to work, and I'm pissed. So
That's that was our day of just you being pissed.
Yeah, just ruined for Madden. So thank you, Cody.
Can I just say, I know it took us collectively like 10 years to get crossplay to just be a standard thing on video games. I am so glad that it exists. Coming from a time of like PS3 and Xbox 360 where like that's just who you played with. Like if your friend had an Xbox, you didn't play video games with them. Even Call of Duty that was on all the systems, you could only play with your PlayStation dudes. And I distinctly remember it was early Rocket League, really early Rocket League, which was like the first game where people on PC and people on PS4 could play against each other, but only in private lobbies. You couldn't like squad up and play online or anything. And it was like revolutionary. I was like, whoa, someone on another system can play the same game with someone on another system. And now I'm so glad that it's the norm, and it's like, it's standard. It's what you do. You play the same game together. Unless it's NASCAR Heat or some like weirdo, like not a big game, you know?
It is like crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I had a little segment on it like when this game first came out, but like everybody shits on Madden, and like rightfully so. Like there's a lot of it that like sucks, and like even like the gameplay experience, like because I usually don't really touch the gameplay much unless I'm like playing with Cody, and there's shit in that game where it's just like this is the worst game I've ever played in my entire life. But like for the most part, I mean they've made like big strides here in the past few years from what it was like 3-4 years ago, to where it's like I can sit down and enjoy playing the game, and that's just not something that was possible a few years ago. So
that's good. That's always good.
Yeah, when you pay $70 to like sit down and actually enjoy it.
Wow.
But they added, it's not only crossplay for like the head to head, it's like you can do like franchise modes with each other, so like you can like take your own team and like build it and everything. So I think we're gonna get a shrimp one going here in the next little bit.
Damn.
The big thing though is when the college football game drops this summer. I think we might go on a run that's never been done before, where
I hope
it's just like
good. I hope and I pray that that's a good video game.
If it's not a good video game, EA is done for. I will never buy again.
Like that and Skate need to be really good games, and they're taking a billion years with Skate, but still, it better be good. I'm hoping that comes out this year.
What's the other like big game that like it's GTA 6, I think. Like if GTA 6 isn't good, then everybody's just gonna be pissed.
It's gonna be good. I mean, there's no way it's not, because it took them fucking forever. All right. Speaking of forever, we have a ton of emails to read, so let's get to it.
What? Send in your fucking mail.
Are you surprised?
Hand slap.
Send in.
I tried to line it up. I don't know if it worked.
Send them in, guys. Watch your fucking hand slap. I don't give a fuck, man. You better send in those emails at this point. Welcome to fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail.
I wonder if they're ever gonna get us for copyright on the fan mail song. I guess we can call it a cover. All right. If you have questions, comments, concerns, things to send us, this is it's gonna end up in the middle of our faces. But send it to ShrimpHoursPresents at gmail.com, and we will read it on the show. We got 12 goddamn emails this week, so thank you everyone
I
for helping
the Shrimp Hours listeners.
Listen, you showed up when Slap couldn't, so thank you, emailers.
Dude, and yeah, that's the thing too. You know, Slap would be pissed. You'd be like, "Fucking in the show!" Like,
God,
I'm going to
and
bed.
Rusty would be like, "Oh my god, dude." At least Slap said, "Hey, I'm not gonna be on the show." Rusty didn't say a single thing, so
Rusty
listen.
still has not said a single thing and is online right now. Literally is online.
We might have to kill him.
He's dead.
If he's not dead already, he will be.
Have we looked up shootings in the Minneapolis area?
All right, the first email comes in from Lane. Who says, so I've been working overnight stocking shelves at a grocery store for nearly the past 6 months, and the animalistic behavior between customers and coworkers alike has been rather interesting. I'd like to share just a little bit of that experience with y'all. Oh god, okay, this is a decently sized email. I understand that it takes a ragtag group of misfits to work a graveyard shift, but a particular coworker of mine is a bit of an oddball amongst the rest. Not only is this guy half blind and shelves item haphazardly at best, he, no joke, lives on a no water diet and drinks no less than 6 cans of Mountain Dew each night.
Oh, I know, that gut is crazy.
This guy's gonna die.
Dude, no water diet is...
He said that a 24-pack of Mountain Dew barely lasts him the weekend.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. At this point, I'm just astonished he's even alive. He's missing all but 4 teeth and walks with a limp at age 47. That's the crystals. But I digress.
What were they called? The diamond dogs?
That's illness. No water diet. What do you mean? What? What? Okay. On to the customers themselves. Luckily, I don't have to deal with them personally all too often since my store isn't open for 24 hours. But the shit that I find left behind stuffed in between the aisles by those Neanderthals is downright ridiculous. Whether it's the occasional stolen or damaged product, or takeout containers with half-eaten food left in them, or even refrigerated items thrown in with the non-perishables for hours, entitled grocery shoppers can be some of the biggest animals out there. That is a dead animal giveaway when you see someone who took like a fridge item and just left it on a shelf. Take them out back.
There was so like, because I have access to the cameras, one of our team members had her car was hit like in the parking lot. Not like by another car, but there was the only evidence that she had was there was a cart and there were like 5 pizza boxes in the cart, just like right next to her car, and there was like just like a red colored scrape along the side of her car. So we had to go look up the footage, and yeah, this fucking animal had 5 pizza boxes in the cart, was just pushing it around the parking lot.
Call the cart narcs. I'd be curious to know if any of you have a particular story of your own to share from past grocery store working experience. I couldn't, but you just got a killed one. If not, thank you, Shrimps, for 85 straight weeks of entertainment. It almost died this week.
It
your
did almost
podcast
die.
have helped me make my Thursdays at work not be so stressful. Shame that this is the last episode, though. It is dead, actually. Yeah, this is the last one ever because no one shows up anymore.
It's like dwindling, and you're gonna get one podcast in like 3 weeks where it's just DT talking to himself, and then it'll never upload again. It's done for. I'm
happy we made it this far, but the energy is starting to die a little bit. And I thought, and my bad for thinking this, but I thought that the greatest NASCAR race of all time would bring in some shrimps and we could talk about how great it was. But I guess I was wrong. All right.
It is crazy. Like, we just had the greatest cup race in recorded history, and nobody wanted to come to the podcast.
It killed all the boomers. All the old men couldn't show up. All right. The next email comes in from Kyle, who says, a couple things to recap about last week that I forgot. First of all, the truck Daytona race literally bore me to sleep last night. Literally bore me to sleep that night. I also wonder what Atlanta will be like now that the track refuses to stay smooth. Bad for trucks, I guess. Anyway, my thought this week is that the Gen 4 in my head is a generation of car that should be split into pre and post Twisted Sister. Thoughts on that way of viewing it? Same car, whether they twisted it or not. It didn't race all that much different.
Same chassis. Yeah.
I guess the whole like sealing the nose to the ground thing changed it, but
like the only thing.
The only thing that's weird is when people on iRacing put like 2003 cars on the Gen 4, which is like the twisted like 2008 thing. And not like...
They definitely like reprofiled the nose, but I don't think that like by that definition we would be in a new generation of Camry and Mustang this year. Like it's still the same.
All right, the next email comes in from DualShock. It says, hello, this is a large email. Oh my god, we're gonna be here all night. All right, Caleb's talk about Target has convinced me to return from my lack of submissions to effectively talk shit since I'm planning to switch to a better job. Anyway, I feel like I can go off more about how Lowe's management is pure ass. All right, firstly, management. The store in the last month announced they'll be keeping the store open an extra hour. That sucks. As a result, half of the closing team, the shift that I work, have quit already. The best part is, if you ask a store manager, they'll give you one of three options. 1, get shit on and work later anyway. 2, get demoted to part-time. Or 3, quit. Also to note, much like Caleb's store, this one is also slimmed its working staff massively. I myself am the only one working 1 or sometimes 2 departments. For registers, we still have 1 or 2 open that aren't self-checkout, and they only have 1 employee working all 8 self-checkout machines. I feel like that's fine. Having 1 dude for all the self-checkouts is okay, but 1 dude per department is kind of tough, in especially a big-ass store like Lowe's. 2, theft. This is like sectioned. So the things that get stolen from Lowe's are pretty weird. Well, there's usually there's the usual stuff like power tools or expensive items like generators. Damn, the big steal. Some things make me wonder how cheap people are. For example, in hardware, there are bags of screws that are like $1.38, yet people rip screws out of those instead of just paying the dollar. People are animals. Same with hardware parts and doorknobs and hinges, like the hinge or knob itself is there, but people just took the screws from it. There was one guy who got caught stuffing random shit into a fanny pack, like glues, screws, and 9-volt batteries. People are just animals. People that rip things out of bags or like destroy multi-packs just to take single items. It's insane. I don't know how you live.
I literally looked at one of those today where it was like it's this giant Magic the Gathering like box set, like, and it's like a whole box with like multiple card packs in it. Somebody ripped that bitch open and just took one of the card packs. I was like, dude, if you're gonna like steal it, like if you're just take the whole thing. Like there's no point in just ripping it open, taking one pack and dipping, like just leaving the rest. I was like, what the fuck?
Animals. In terms of profit, they made $30 billion in 2023, and there was maybe a single bonus given to employees that wasn't credit cards or pro apps.
Dude, yeah, you know where that bonus is going, and it's going to the people directly above you. Like,
it's going to their lake houses and fucking secondary mansions.
The CEO's got to pat themselves on the back for all their hard work.
If you've made it this far, A, I'm sorry, and B, thank you for listening to me cope for however long this is. And then has a suggestion for Slap's crazy ass moments. I guess I'll read it because Slap isn't here. I won't spoil it for him. He says, militarized dolphins. The US, Russia, and Israel have actually used trained dolphins in their militaries. The first 2 more for mine detection, since dolphins have like a built-in sonar, but Israel...
For real, what?
Israel tried to give dolphins guns?
On January 10th, 2022, Hamas, through a report by whatever, suspects Israel of using dolphins for the purpose of targeting Hamas dive fighters. They were stated in August 2015 when they claimed to have sources regarding another incident of cetacean fighter equipped with a remote control, a camera, and a weapon that can fire harpoon-type projectiles.
What the fuck? I guess they ran out of people to recruit, and the only people that would still... The only beings that would still believe their propaganda were actual animals.
And random white women from Britain and America.
Yeah. Alright, Ooh, the next one is directed at Slap. I guess we can talk about this. All right, Jace, Slap absolutely will not be listening to this podcast, by the way.
No.
But Jace wrote in, assuming Slap would be here, which I don't blame you. First off, holy shit, I didn't expect to get the 500 prediction right. I said Byron mainly for shots and goggles, and the fact that I thought he had a good chance as any. Apparently you nailed it. That was kind of a sick moment. I'm definitely doing a championship prediction now at the end of the regular season. I don't have a question this week, but an answer for Slap as someone who owns black ducks. Because Slap found some black ducks last week. When I got them, they were advertised as farm ducks, and all of the ducklings appeared the same, and so I presume that those are probably what those ducks were. I guess. On an off note, I thought I had finally been caught, as the way Slap described a turkey house is a very similar description and similar to animals as where I live, and possibly thought Slap might have alerted the feds, and more specifically the IRS, to my whereabouts. Remember, fuck the IRS, from Jace. Slap is a fed.
Slap, no, he's 100% a fed. Don't
so
ever...
You gotta be careful.
Gotta be careful.
There is, like, that UPS truck is all surveillance equipment. And he plays the whole like haha Ryder truck bomb joke, but
the moment that one of us makes it, it's over. Like bags overhead, bricks tied to feet, like dead. Yeah.
When a shrimp like fully disappears and you never hear from them again, it was sad.
Maybe that's what happened to Rusty.
Oh,
dude, maybe Rusty got. Hold on. Rusty
Slap got his ass. He's in the back of a UPS truck driving.
I was about to say that's why Slap was like, "I'm not feeling it." He typed it from Rusty's driveway. It was
just imagine him in Rusty's driveway in the truck being, "I'm not feeling the podcast tonight."
Immediately goes in.
All right. God damn it, we got more emails. Andrew R. writes it. Our good friend from Down Under. He says, "Evening all y'all." It's just two of us. Yet again, the Daytona 500 this year proved that plate racing with stages is just another case of wadding everyone up just so they can tear up stuff. Yeah, stages, dumb. I've only looked at the big ones going back to 2014, and it seems to me that practically all of them are caused by a pusher pushing the pusher. Nobody can react to those forces passing through a car. Tandem drafting was banned in Cup and Trucks a long time ago, but is it time to ban pushing? Has nobody learned a thing? Thank you from Andrew R. P.S. Drilling down into the data of a certain famous Twitter user's polls of "is this a good race" reveals that the amount of horsepower has no bearing on whether or not the race was good.
If you look at the top 10 races, I mean, it's an unfair comparison. I feel like because a lot of the top races are like plate races, so it's lower horsepower. But then you look at a lot of the 1.5 miles and the short tracks, it's when they were running 750 horsepower. I do want to find, Andrew R said something to me and I was toxic. I said, hope everyone who's been bitching about this was on Sunday. So like the entire, like, keep in mind the discourse up to the cup race on Sunday was like, everybody's like, wow, this track fucking sucks. Like without like,
I saw
taking
a lot
into
of people being like, bulldoze Atlanta was ruined. Get rid of it.
Yeah. But I said, hope everyone who's been bitching about this track shuts up now, because this was like right after, like this was fresh off like the Cindric 4 wide pass for the lead.
Yeah.
And Andrew R replied and said, I don't like any of the 1.5 miles with quad ovals or tribals. It means from turn 4 to turn 1, the cars are constantly turning, which means aero dependency. That creates generally boring racing in the long run. And I said ratio with a picture of Austin Cindric taking it 4 wide. And I wanted to apologize. I was in a toxic mindset and I've since recovered.
Did you not ratio him?
No, both of us got 0 likes.
Paul, let me fix that. How are you gonna hate on the quad oval? I know it's kind of dumb, but it's like cool and how dumb it is.
I just like everybody like the discourse around this, like coming from this race, has been like, all right, shit, let's do it to Texas too. But like, I really hope that they don't do this to Texas. Like, I hope they figure out something else to do with Texas to keep Atlanta as like its own thing.
I feel like most of the things I've seen are people being like, hey, this is cool, but also please don't do this to Texas.
Yeah, I've just seen. I guess I've seen like more of the discourse within the industry. So like I was listening to Teardown, and like that's what like Bianchi and Gluck were saying was like now would be like a greater time than ever to like announce this because I feel like your feedback is going to be like an all-time high type of thing. But I'm just like figure out something different to do with Texas because I feel like that's what makes Atlanta cool is because like it's the first of its kind, or I guess it should be the only of its kind, and they figured out something like cool and innovative to do with the track. Like figure out something to do with Texas. Let's not turn it into a fucking super speedway because then we're gonna have what 8 on the schedule. Nobody wants that shit.
Hey, they should make turn 1 wider.
Dude, we should drop the banking in turn 1. That'd be a
Dude,
great
they should
idea.
do like my GTA track. It should be completely like banked up in 3 and 4, and then 1 and 2 is just flat.
Dude,
You can
my
set up your
favorite
car for
thing
half of the track.
is that like NASCAR tried so hard to make Texas work that it literally ruined the other series there. Like I know the IndyCar race was a banger, but they still like couldn't touch the inside because there was just so much fucking PJ1 residue that they would just die if they touched it.
My favorite was just seeing pictures of Indy cars, and they couldn't go outside of that one lane next to the big sign that says "No Limits Texas." It's like there's a limit. It's right there. It's not far at all. All right. Next email comes in from. We got paint schemes. This comes in from Police428. That's a questionable email name. Hello, Shrimps from the tri-state area.
Is this fucking Doofenshmirtz? Dude, this is not a real person. We're getting set up here.
What is the tri-state area? There's a lot of states. I feel like there's several different
there are definitely a lot of different tri-state areas.
Someone help me.
The
out.
tri-state area
Canadian.
usually refers to New York, New Jersey / Connecticut, although an increasing number of people but okay, yeah, I guess New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. Sure.
Why are they the tri-states?
Which can also include parts of Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana. Dude, there's like 4 tri-state areas. Which tri-state area are you from? This dude's name is Police 327 or whatever. Dude, this is a setup.
428.
This is a setup.
Sorry for making fun of you. Long time watcher, first time emailer. There you go, get the full email experience. I've been loving the content. I have a question for all of you. There's only 2 of us, sorry. If you had to root for one driver who's actively racing in the Cup Series for the rest of their career, who would you root for? Blaney. Also, here's a paint scheme I made for a shit post. It's my second ever scheme. Drip or drown. And it is...
If it's a police car, it's an automatic drown.
No, it's not. No. Just all right, we gotta stop getting hooked on the username. It's Corn Hub. It's corn. There's corn on it.
Yeah, that's
which
corn.
I'm biased and enjoy it, but the white on light green is certainly questionable legibility. I love corn. Come down today and try some corn, or we will sacrifice your newborn.
This will be a great paint scheme to look back on in 5 years, and I'm sorry, I'm so bad. I'm terrible.
No, it's the white logo and the green for me. Yeah, thanks for emailing. If you never email again, I understand. All right, next email comes in from Shlomo. How we doing, Shrimps? I'm writing this a half hour after that wacky ass finish at the Cup race, and my God, NASCAR might be back. That was incredible.
It's back, Shlo. It's back.
It sucks. Xfinity and trucks sucked, and Austin Hill continues to prove he's the worst thing to happen to gingers since hair dye. Jesus Christ. But knowing NASCAR, they're going to try to replicate this at Richmond, so it's over. Anyway, Rusty, he couldn't make it. What's your favorite Transformers Lego? Mine is this Optimus Prime Lego. Maybe you and Willie B can bond and he can give you tips on iRacing so you can actually win an NIS race. Take it easy, Shrimps, from Shlomo, and has attached an image of Lego Transformers.
Shlomo went unbelievably hard in the second half of that email. I have respect. I didn't watch because I was driving back, but didn't he do a Sunday night NIS?
I don't know. I disrespectfully, I can't watch Rusty race anymore.
Disrespectfully?
I can't do it. I made it through 3 Daytona 500s. I've had enough.
That's what blows my mind about Rusty is when he gets hyper fixated like this. I think he's done 15 NIS races in the past 2 weeks. Like he is cracked. And now that it's at Las Vegas, there's no way he's doing it.
I've tried. He still won't listen to me, so I've stopped watching. All right, the next email comes in from Carl. He says, "Hello, I don't know. This was somehow the worst NASCAR race ever. The whole field wrecks lap 2. NASCAR plays it cheeky with cautions, and Joey Arrow killed Zane Smith. And also, it was the best race ever. Joey Arrow killed himself twice. A 3-wide finish. Suarez clutched a fair and square victory. What the fuck is this season? Anyway, here's my entry for Animal Planet / what's Twitter doing this week. If y'all didn't see it." And he's attached an image of tungsten butt plug.
Did see.
Which I guess we didn't talk about, but that was all over Twitter for like a day. When
I was about to say, like, it's so far, like, I feel like it's in the same category as like Joey Logano's like weird glove thing, where like so much has happened that like who gives a fuck about it anymore.
What's the glove thing? I don't know the glove thing.
You didn't see the glove thing he had to go to the rear of the field for because he was cheating? That's how he got the pole at Daytona.
What was he doing? What?
You didn't see that?
How do you cheat with gloves? No, I don't watch NASCAR.
So the glove was apparently they had added extra material, so it was like almost like webbed, but he would stick his hand into the window net and like the webbing would block all the air and it would just go straight down the side of the car and he would go faster.
Oh, that's happened before. That's happened before when dudes would like stick their hand at the window and like F-ducked it. That's interesting.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah. But yeah, Dale Jr. tweeted something about Casey Mears having extra weight, where I think the drivers had to like weigh themselves for
an
whatever
underwear
reason. And then they would have to like make all the cars the same weight, including the driver. And
Yep.
Cole Pern just quote tweeted and said tungsten butt plug. And that was it. It's not confirmed or denied. That's up in the air.
Tungsten butt plug. I think the thing that was the funniest about that is like he's been on a Twitter hiatus for like 3 years, came back, dropped that, and left again.
I just love it. There was nothing else. It was just those 3 words.
Just tungsten butt plug. No elaborate. Elaborate. No.
That's a reference to some Shrimp Hours podcast, where Rusty went on a whole bit.
They're ruining my movies.
Elaborate. No.
No.
Okay. We've got 4 more emails to elaborate upon. Driven Dragon 4 writes in, "Hello, Shrimps. This is the first time I've sent in fan mail, and it's about time. I've been watching since episode 74, and some of those episodes since then were hilarious."
Sucked.
Yeah. Anyway, here are 3 questions I have for you all. 1, what is your favorite track currently on the Cup schedule?
Atlanta.
All right. I don't know if I have an answer for that.
Bristol's the real answer. But not with this current car.
Yeah, but the car kind of sucks.
But that's the car's fault. It's not the track's fault.
Yeah, I guess so. Do any of you have a favorite single player game? I play too many video games. I could never pick just one.
You're not answering any of these questions, ET. I'm gonna need a favorite track right now.
Iowa.
No, a real favorite track.
What do you mean? It's on the Cup schedule. Currently on the Cup
God.
schedule. It's my favorite track.
Okay.
Wow, why? What's your favorite single player game?
I'm gonna open up Steam. Let's take a gander.
Life is Strange. That
Pretty
might
good
actually
game.
be my favorite single player game. Unless you
can
count
get
like
down with
shit
that.
I played as a kid and I'm like emotionally attached to purely for nostalgia's sake, like every single
You know
Ratchet and
what?
Clank game.
Yeah, I'll say Life is Strange. That was probably my favorite single player game.
City
Everything else I played.
Skylines? But that's like a whole different genre.
That's still a single player game. It still counts.
Yeah, but so does like American Truck Simulator.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't play that, but
Anyway, what is the craziest thing you've ever seen on the road or at work? My example is a picture, the picture provided, and I will provide no context.
elaborate.
So, no. It is a picture of like cars lined up triple wide on what looks to be either like a large street or like an off ramp or something. And there is someone in a mobility scooter lane splitting at the front of the line waiting to like turn right or something.
That's based.
What the hell?
Nothing that I can think of. Like I can't just whip up a crazy thing that's I actually know. I do know.
Save me.
Yeah, so I don't remember it very well because it was on a road trip when I was probably like 5 or 6. But there was somebody we were on the interstate and there was someone that was going the wrong way on the interstate that we passed.
That's crazy.
I
I
do remember that.
I don't know if I talked about this recently. I probably have, but I've been going through a lot of like dash cam compilations on YouTube, and the number of people that I see going the wrong way on the interstate is unreasonable.
Literally in that
How do you
call
do
we
that?
were in the other night where I was driving back from work and this dude in front of me, there's a yield. Okay, so I'll like, I don't know how to illustrate it very well, but like, so there's a road that goes straight and then there's a bypass and we're coming from the bypass. Okay.
Uh-huh.
This dude in front of me, so like it's a yield for the people going straight and like the people on the bypass just keep going. So he's like slams on his brakes in front of me. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Because we don't stop right there. And does a fucking U-turn onto the road.
Wrong way.
Yeah, and I'm like, where the fuck are you? I wonder what happened to that guy. Like, I wonder if he's just dead. I have no
He probably
clue.
figured it out.
I probably did,
usually get away with it.
You can't keep getting away with it.
All right, 3 more emails. Jesus Christ, this is more of a marathon than I thought it'd be. Mr. Ass writes it. The cup race was good, but the Xfinity and truck race was hot shit. I took a nap during the truck race. Thank you, Mr. Ass. All right, the next email comes in from Harley Payne, who says, I bought my ticket for this race on a good deal on Friday on a whim, and I think I just saw the most exciting NASCAR race of all time. God damn. Also, he added another email that said regarding rain tires on ovals, because we talked about that last week. I think they could be made to work physically, like the car wouldn't just slide down the banking. You have a mechanical engineering degree, you don't have to be told this, thanks. The problem is, I think you'd have to slow way down for any sense of car control, so you'd get more or less a pack race with no visibility on intermediates with any banking at all and no stopping power anywhere. I could be wrong, but it's just my intuition. Sounds base to me. They have mud flaps. Slap them on, go racing.
My favorite NASCAR race ever was that first year at COTA when they just had no clue what the fuck they were doing and it was pouring and just everybody was dying. That fucking
Xfinity race?
No, the cup race, the fucking one where like Custer and Truex like just have the big one and no one can see shit, so Custer just destroys Martin Truex Jr. is one of the funniest wrecks. The same
COTA,
year,
yeah. I don't know. I was thinking of the road
same
one.
year. Yeah, no, that was fucking incredible. The same year too, when Logano hits the fucking thing at the Indy Road Course and just goes off
The
track,
curve
like
goes
flying
nuts and everyone
dies.
starts flying.
Dude, it's so funny. It is so funny.
Just imagine more moments like that. Do it in the rain. All right, the final email comes in from Nick Mann, who says, I'm back, and so is NASCAR, as there's nothing more exciting than watching the photo finish from cars get recreated in real life. Did you see the Fox Mexico commentary on that finish?
Fuck, we didn't have a bit about that. Dude,
About what?
Mike Joy and Clint Boyer need to be shot. They need to be literally shot and murdered
Christ.
and killed.
Stop! I'm glad this is an hour into the show. I'm so glad we didn't do this at the top, because no one's going to make it this far. But Jesus Christ, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
I'm just saying that we would have been hype as fuck. If it were me and Jacob in that booth, you would have gotten an all-time call of that finish.
It's true.
And
I guess it didn't matter, because like I was busy yelling myself. I was not paying attention to the commentary at the end of the race.
that's true.
On a funnier note, Stewart Haas Racing is currently being bold and unapologetic by possibly getting the first major penalty of the season. What a shame. Dude, I tweeted about that and it got too much traction.
I saw your little post about it, but did you fucking see, so one of like the reporters did like a thing. They have gotten hit with like 6 L1 or above penalties in the past 2 years. Like they are getting fucked
God.
out the ass.
What? I don't understand. They're such a bad team. Why? Like, and they're still cheating. They're cheating and getting caught, and they're not doing well. I don't understand.
Listen to this. So Talladega 2022 and 2023, they had the window fasteners incident. Roval 2022, they got hit with race manipulation with whatever the fuck happened with Briscoe, whatever. Charlotte 2023,
penalty,
counterfeit part on the 14 car. Michigan 2023, they had an illegal splitter on the car, and now Atlanta 2024, they have illegal roof rails. We are at 6 incidents on them, dude.
I know I've been getting, like, I feel a little bit of guilt every time I rag on them for that stupid off-season social media campaign where they're all like, oh, we're bold and this is how we are. But like, if you're gonna do that and then just go right back to being back of the pack and cheating and getting penalties, like, give someone a reason to believe in anything. Just
the one that puts it in perspective for me is he followed up and said they're averaging an L1 or above penalty every 2 to 3 months for the past 2 years.
Listen, I have fully been turned on Stuart Haas. I'm like a hater now. Like, you're gonna go and just be garbage, keep throwing Tony and being like, look, he used to be good, that's why we're bold, hiring Noah Gragson and then continuing to like get all these stupid penalties. They ruined Chase Briscoe's entire season last year by giving him the like biggest penalty in NASCAR history. It's like, stop. What are they doing? I don't understand how every other team, major or minor, is able to like build race cars that don't get banned. And then Stuart Haas, you know, cheats all this much to not win anything.
Yeah, no, it's pathetic. It's really bad.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, certified shrimp pathetic. Anyway, my question for this week is, what is your favorite logo redesign? This comes on the heels of the LA Clippers showcasing their new logo and uniforms for 2025, which expectedly the logo has received mixed reviews. Personally, I think that it looks better than the previous logo. However, I have to agree with people who say that the ship in the logo looks like a cruise ship. I don't know anything about the Clippers, but I've not seen this.
I didn't see their uniforms.
I do want to say, never trust any...
Oh, dude, these are sick. What the fuck? Check general.
Yeah, if you could send a picture. Never trust any, like, immediate social media response to a redesign, because they're always... every single time, it's like, this is bad. Why did they change it?
Yep.
Yeah,
dude, these are way better.
Yeah, it's stupid. I don't know what the old ones looked like.
I'm about to pull up a picture of them.
Are the Clippers boats?
I guess that's what Clippers means. Yeah, so those are the old ones for comparison. Like,
oh, the old ones look like shit.
Yeah, those are way better.
These are sick. These are like classic and modern at the same time. I have no problem with this. The one that I will never let the internet like back out of is the Discord redesign. Because, hold on. Yeah. This is probably what, three years ago? Let me see if I can pull up like a before and after of Discord, because they had such a goofy ass logo. Here we go, hold on. And they put out the cutest fucking thing with such a great little font, and the internet did nothing but hate on it. Dude, look at this. Like now that you've had some perspective, they went from the top thing to the bottom thing, which was like angular, squared off, just chunky thing, to just simplified, cute font. I'm never going to forgive the internet for being upset with this redesign, because this was genuinely so good. So good. And then people cried about the mobile app, which literally they moved one button and everyone freaked the fuck out. People gotta chill, because there are genuinely bad redesigns, but this was not one of them.
Yeah, like that is one of the things that's so difficult about like even with like NASCAR paint scheme discourse is like everybody just shits on it immediately, and then like 3 months later they'll come back to it and be like, it's not that bad. Like with the Camry, the new Camry.
That's
and
right.
Say I was
and
one
I
of
said
them.
from the start, they showed the car off, and I was like, this is sick, and all the kids were bad. And now they're like, oh, I'm actually coming around to it. It's like, listen to me. I've never been wrong. Never been wrong.
Yeah.
I do want to say, because this redesign is so, like, genuinely so sick. My favorite current redesign. I loved it so much. I did a paint scheme for
This
core
was the
with it.
perfect podcast to ask this question, by the way. I was literally about to bring this logo up.
Yeah, and you got our two fucking dumbasses here. The Pepsi redesign
money
is literally so good. The new, like, I mean, they went old, like this, the 2008 or whatever this was, like lowercase Pepsi angry eye thing. And everyone clowned on that one article that came out or whatever. But the new, just like, they go classic logo. They do all the like circles and shit. It's money. It's actually so good. I personally am a big fan. Yeah, I even drank Pepsi during the Coke race. But yeah, it pops. And this, when they announced this, everyone was like, damn, that's sick, which is rare for a redesign. You have to get it really good to have that kind of reaction. But yeah, huge fan of that. Can you think of any others? I will say, and I don't know if I told you this, but I definitely thought about telling you this. I have seen so many more brands and like social media things that started using like cute ass, like the Discord logo, like just like
wacky little
like just goofy little
fonts.
funky little fonts. Stuff that Kel Lauren was posting about like literally 6 years ago that now people are starting to use little quirky fonts.
Who is it? Pull up the Bruins, their social graphics.
Yeah. Here we go. This isn't a whole ass logo, because I mean you're not going to change the Boston Bruins logo, but I'm such a fan of, they just started using the cute little branding. Like look at the little final score graphic. They did little stitched on things, but they use these funky little, it's kind of like 80s style. Oh, Burger King. Burger King's another good one, where we're going back to the 80s and all their branding is like big text, funky little fonts. Dude, I love stuff like this.
Yeah, and no, it looks really, really good. Even in like their motion graphics are sick.
Yeah, this kind of like pop art style with like an 80s type look. A little thing look is it's popping up everywhere now, and I actually love it. Like, look at this cute ass font that they use for this. So we've been talking about doing something new for core, obviously, because we've had the sort of current core branding since season 4, so it's been like 3 years now.
Damn.
And I kind of want to do something goofy and cute, but there's still like a lot of boomers still aren't ready for it, and they'll see a cute font and be like, "Why, it looks stupid."
Yeah, this is supposed to look badass, dude. Can't be cute.
God. It still surprises me because cute has become such a like part of my vocabulary when I see something that looks cool and I'm like, oh, that's cute, like that's great. And there's still like boomers especially who are like, oh, it's not cute, don't call it cute. They get like offended when I call them cute. I'm like, I was literally trying to compliment it. Like, I think that's cool if you call something cute. But I don't know, it's hard to get right, and I would love to do some funky little fonts. We tried to do a little bit with the Shrimp Hub logo. The Shrimp Hours one is a little bit dated. That might change next season. But I don't know, the comic booky kind of thing works out. But Shrimp Hub was like a little bit more sort of modern, slabby. I had some concept stuff I did.
I
the
have
core
a
summer series,
mood
which look
board for
good.
the yeah, I have a mood board put together for the new core design language whenever we get around.
I think, have I ever done anything using cute little funky fonts? I definitely should have. Maybe nothing I've put out there. Anyway, it's you're gonna see it on a race car at some point. But yeah, good redesigns. Good question. I would love to go more in depth into goofy little design. Here, literally, I just wanted to, like, just an example of like a cute font. Like here, just literally, this is the Discord font that they use in their logo, and just something as simple as that, where it's just like a little bit. It's kind of cut off, but it's just a little bit goofy. It's sort of, we've moved beyond just basic ass serif fonts. I don't know if you pick up what I'm putting down or whatever, but
yeah, we're definitely moving in like more of a like we've been on this big trend of like minimalism and like simplifying everything that like now we're starting to like we're gonna be maximalist and just fucking bright fluorescent colors, like big ass like bulky cute font.
It feels very 80s, which I kind of like along the lines of Burger King and Pepsi, sort of going back to the 80s.
In everywhere now is like that retro. I mean, that's like all like the NASCAR T-shirts from like the '90s and shit that have gotten popular again, and like the jackets and everything. It's kind of how
Can we talk
going
about Trackhouse shirts being really bad?
Dude, oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Good call.
So I talked about this because we went to the track. Every time I go to the track, I look at the merch haulers and I see what they have. And every time I go in there thinking like, I love Daniel Suarez, I want to buy a cool Daniel Suarez shirt. And every time I look at the shirts they have on display and I'm like, wow, these all suck. I would never wear any of these.
And there's so much that they have too that is just
it's literally just like a Mexican flag and it says Suarez on it. If it has a car, it's like a bad die-cast render just put on the shirt. There's no art. Oh, I will show off. Harris Lou dropped some bangers.
Kozlowski ones?
I'm a big Harris Lou fan. Not only the Kozlowski ones, he did another Liquid Death collab, which he did that like Hearst shirt that Trace has earlier, but he did a fucking monster truck one, which just looks sick. Look at the text on that.
Dude, yeah, that is money.
It's so good. And yeah, he's been doing all the RFK merch with like actual cool illustrations. The
Royal Flush one was so good because it's got like a plumbing company on the front of it and like little kings holding the plunger. So fucking good.
Hold on, I gotta open this on a board just to show you because like the Royal Flush shirt is so good, dude. The Jack is fucking Jack. He's got the hat on and everything. It's Jack so Roush. It's so sick. And yeah, the art style is really cool. So but
like compare that. Compare that. Hold on.
Oh, do you have a Suarez? I guess we can go on the NASCAR website. But Trackhouse has done such a good job with, you know, Kyle Sykes doing their car design. Their haulers are sick. Their cars look great. Their social graphics, money. Their merch.
Dude, yeah. Like their entire brand, like literally their entire brand is built on like being like the cutting edge, like new era of NASCAR. Like they're innovative and like it works. And then you go look at their merch and it's like, so this is like his Atlanta win shirt right here. I pulled up on my stream and it's just like the front end of it is a little dude and the back end of it is like this. Like this fucking sucks. This is terrible.
That's really bad.
And like literally every single one of his shirts is like this. Literally, like there's not a good shirt. Wow, dude. Like, yeah, I want
it's just a 2D like car thing, dude. So even on the NASCAR site, I mean the NASCAR site is, you know, its own thing. But even on the NASCAR site, his like win shirt is just like the picture of the car, some text, and Turk hose.
And I noticed too that fucking Shane Van Gisbergen, and you know, good timing for Ben to show in. He had a banger flag because I was literally gonna buy it with the Suarez one, but I was gonna wait till I got home. It's not anywhere on the website. They don't got it. There's nothing. Like there's no selection of anything. Fucking Zane Smith. Wow, you get a ZS on your shirt. Congrats. Fucking Chastain. Let me guess, you get a watermelon.
I
Yeah.
thought this
Wait, here we go.
podcast was dead.
Hi, Ben.
I've been.
Hey,
Yeah, it's so bad.
Ben, did you see the Jeff Gordon hat from that whatever the fuck that hat group was that got the Jeff Gordon
The whole
merch?
like collection, like the
Yeah, it's
jacket
hot.
and the shirt and shit.
Dude, that hat might be an all. Here, I gotta pull this up. Who the?
I was about to
I'm
drop
definitely going to
money
be
on
buying
it.
it. Buying
What are they
that
called?
And the t-shirt.
Can someone tell
I
me
think
what
it's
they're
like
called?
home field.
Home field, yes. So they
Home
do
field.
a lot of college sports merch. Oh, this is a massive image. Hold on, give me a second.
Dude,
and they
everything
dropped
drop
some
looks so
Hendrix
good.
stuff. Dude,
It's
look
money.
at these fucking hats. Are you kidding me?
That
The old
Folgers one as
Folgers
well.
Tim Richmond one with the number and the signature on this. Even the Jimmy Johnson one with the big J's and the flag across the corner. But that Jeff Gordon one,
Money.
Yeah.
so good. So good. The text, the design, the color. Oh, man.
That's how you do it.
Hi, Ben. Nice of you to join us an hour and a half into this podcast.
Hi.
Do you have anything you want to tell the people?
Atlanta sucked until it didn't on Sunday.
Yeah.
And Mooncar, baby.
Ben, why should the people care? Why should the people care about the Ben Crazy?
I don't know. Why should people care about the Ben Crazy?
Well, that's good.
All right.
I am the
All right.
Ben Crazy.
I was just also real fast, a real late addition to the What is Twitter Doing segment. Can we talk about how fucking I don't know what your opinion is on it, but to me it's so pathetic that one guy made like one tweet about NASCAR. It got 100K likes, and now the entire industry is just sucking his dick, inviting him out to races. Like, come
I
be
don't
in our
know who
pit
that
stop.
guy is. He's some content creator, supposedly, who does football stuff, who was like, yo, I'm gonna watch NASCAR now. And everyone's like, oh my God, get over here.
It's
Yeah,
like he's
like-
going to be invited for a race for fucking shitting on something.
I saw a great tweet, and he got pissed
blacklisted.
at it. Was like, let me find it, but he quote tweeted it. Yeah, some dude said he just screenshotted like the thing of Carson Hocevar being like, yeah, like come out to a race, like I got like hot passes for you. And this dude quote tweeted it and said, wow, I can't wait for yet another influencer to show up to one race and then never touch NASCAR again, or something like that. And it's like, genuinely, like,
stupid.
yeah, like I feel like that's how it's gonna go. Like, I feel like
Yeah,
the
but,
like everybody's getting down on their knees, sucking this dude's cock, and like what? Like it's just pathetic to me that we have the entire sport trying to get like this one dude into.
So
it.
yeah,
don't know.
I agree. Like taking advantage of someone's enthusiasm, not taking advantage, but like capitalizing on someone's enthusiasm when something cool happens is good. Every single person like hounding this guy and being like, you have to watch NASCAR. Like you're gonna scare him away. Like it's cringe.
Well, yeah, like I feel like
it should literally go as far as like one person in NASCAR media DMs them and is like, yo, we'll hook you up with some passes, come see a race. That's it.
Right.
That's where it ends. Not, every
track following him, every driver DMing him, every fucking like it's just imagine
Well,
if the
it's
Super
going to
Bowl
be-
happened
it-
and
it's
like
like his
every
15
NFL
minutes
franchise messaged you and was like, come to our game, please come to our game. It's like,
you know what it reminds me of?
what?
It's like a kid who's like, I need someone to design me a logo on Twitter, and all the bots come in and they're like, I'll make you a logo. I'll make you a logo. This guy's like, I want to watch NASCAR. They're like, come watch NASCAR. Come watch NASCAR.
NASCAR in bio.
I don't know. It'll play out in 15 minutes.
That'd be a good tweet. Is in like the style with the like block things. NASCAR.
NASCAR in bio.
Dude, Ben, look at the friggin' shelf. Look at that thing.
That is a
The
base
absolute
shelf.
shrine of the
If
way
only
it's
I could,
presented.
like, get a good picture of it. Like
That Kyle Larson kit has
There.
been there for literally almost a year, just untouched.
I have a Suarez
Yeah.
one in my closet that I was always
no,
like,
I just
gonna
don't
make
have the
it one
time to
day.
build it.
Can you
like, I
ship
just
it to
don't
me,
have the
Ben? Can I
time.
buy it from you? I've wanted to try one forever.
Yeah. Are you going to All-Star race?
I should be. Bring it to me,
All right.
baby.
I'll just bring it with me.
I like along the lines of me saying the other week that I would love to do like Lego streams. I would love to make that on a stream, which is why I haven't made mine yet. I have a Daniel Suarez like Comscope one.
I've been very big into
Ben, you are not in focus.
Yeah,
That's
these things
fine.
happen. I got
Alright.
really big into like model kit NASCAR building, and there's like it's just like this weird niche community on there. But like I got so into it that it's like literally all my recommended on like my front page of YouTube is just fucking NASCAR model kits. Just people like sitting down and building them and like doing like time lapses and like all that shit. It's really cool.
I actually have a model that I need to finish. It's not a NASCAR one, it's like a 2016 NSX. And I got like most of the way through it to the point where I think I painted the body. And then I just forgot about it and it's sitting around. And I actually should do that this week. I might do that.
Stream it easy.
No, if
That's
I could
not happening.
stream.
Yeah.
There's some things that need to be fucking put in place. Dude, I got a DM the other day of someone who's like, sorry, I'm canceling my Twitch subscription. I was like, dude, please. I'm literally not streaming. God. I'll be back at some point. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
still have a ISS in a box I need to build for Legos, but I got the
Ben,
Saturn
actually,
V, I got the shuttle.
while we're on the topic, I have a question for you.
All right.
Was the moon landing real?
All right, Rusty.
All right, that was Shrimp Hours number 80 goddamn 5. We actually got a decent length episode out of it. Yes.
Yeah,
I do have a
one,
title.
but I want you to say yours first.
Okay, my title is What is Dave? That's the title of the podcast.
Oh, okay. Mine was gonna be military dolphins. I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, but like that was such like a brief bit. I think what is
Dave?
What is Dave? It's gonna be the podcast title. All right. Thanks for watching.
About that, to be honest.
Unsubscribe from us everywhere on social media because we're never gonna make one of these again. Bye.
Real. The first ever 2-pack.
Yeah.